Third and final stop on this really worldwide press tour from Riyadh to New York to now Las Vegas. Canelo Alvarez, the biggest star in boxing for most of the last decade, faces Terrence Bud Crawford, a man who still holds the distinction in the minds of many, including my own.
It's going to be great. It's going to be a great fight. You're dealing with two all-time greats. Crawford's one of the best switch hitters, I think, since Marvin Hagler. And one of the most skillful boxers alive. And then you have Canelo, who probably isn't the same guy as he was. One of the greatest of all time. Still has brutal knockout power.
Many reasons for both fighters. Super middleweight supremacy on the line, legacies on the line, your namesake and reputation is on the line. And I just take my hat off to both of these fighters for putting everything on the line late in their careers the way that they are. This is rare, and it's becoming more and more rare in boxing.
Dan Rafael kind of made a great point when talking about sizes, because he said if you look at them two together now, they look the same size. He said people have got the idea of the size thing wrong. It's not looking at them as a physical package, it's who has absorbed the bigger shots in the weight.
Andre Ward tells us a secret. The best boxer in history is going to fight Canelo versus Crawford. He was just the third person in the ring and wasn't a soldier. It feels like electricity. The first round was really exciting. This is a whole new level of fighting.
Well, for getting this done. So I see y'all in Vegas, man. Part of me wants to be home watching this fight in street clothes. But I got to take the street clothes off. I got work to do. I got to put that suit on, get ringside with John and Max, and call this fight like I know we can. Huge event. Huge implications, historic night, and I'm happy to be a part. I hope to see you in Vegas at Allegiant Stadium. If not, man, tune in live.
At the same time, Shane Mosley talked about the upcoming match. Even though he knew Crawford had a lot of great skills, he stressed that his weight was a problem. He said that Crawford was strong enough to beat anyone, but he wouldn't mess around too much. But he also said that going up against someone naturally bigger like Canelo is not easy and comes with a lot of risk.
Might be able to get Crawford, but anything can happen. I mean, Crawford can catch him on chin too. I mean, it's not like it's a for sure thing. It just seems that Canelo has speed and his power at that weight, so it's gonna be hard for Crawford to do anything.
The trailer did a good job of showing how big the event was because both winners are icons of their time. Canelo is a two-time undisputed king who has taken a lot of risks to become undisputed. He has dominated every level of the heavier classes and wants to break weight rules. Crawford, on the other hand, made history by totally breaking the rules of weight classes.
How many fighters have ever been called the best pound-for-pound fighter in the world? These are two of them, and they're going to fight.
On September 13th, the moment arrives. Canelo versus Crawford. A true...
But one thing was heard by everyone in the fighting world. Hold on. Some commentators and former winners were still worried about how the growth of divisions would affect profit. Chowies, the adult, said that he thinks Canelo Alvarez came into this fight with more desire, which could mean that the Mexican star is smarter than he seems. He was also talking about food, which could change how the war goes.
I think Saul Canelo Alvarez is hungrier than Terrence Bud Crawford. First of all, Canelo Alvarez, if you look at that press conference or the first series of press conferences, where Canelo said one thing, he thinks that His Excellency Turki al-Sheikh is against him.
And I know Turkey is in your corner, but look, it's going to be very difficult. He's going to be so...
Then he told them why bringing up hot moments at press conferences where Canelo had been abused and insulted. He thinks that these kinds of things will bring out Canelo's inner beast and make him fight like a fierce warrior on fight night.
How Terrence Crawford in the second press conference walked up to Saul Canelo Alvarez. Canelo Alvarez pushed him because he didn't like that shit. He thought he was being fronted on. And he looked at Crawford and he said, I'm going to remember that.
He was worried about Crawford's sudden weight gain. He was careful not to stress how hard it would be for a huge man like Canelo to suddenly gain weight. Sanchez saw Crawford's quick hands and technical skill, but he made it clear that for long-term success, he would need pressure and strength, which Canelo has in spades. Jojo Dios thinks that Canelo Alvarez's strength will make a big difference in the fight. He said that the fight would be very good. He made his point by explaining why he was sure that things would be different if Canelo hit his opponent hard and clean.
Versus Crawford, who you got?
I got Canelo winning. I think Canelo's gonna knock him out. But
I think Canelo's gonna hurt him.
I think he's just too powerful, man, too strong. I hope Terrence Crawford does well and stuff, man, because I love the way he fights, and he's a hell of a fighter, and I respect him as well too. So I hope he puts up a good fight and everything. But at the end of the day, man, Canelo, if he catches you, dude, it's gonna hurt.
He used history to support his point of view, telling everyone that he had seen what happened to Canelo Alvarez's earlier opponents. He said over and over that very skilled and experienced fighters came in with their own plans, but when they saw Canelo's best moves, they gave up. He said it was normal and didn't care how great they looked at first. It was too much for them to handle. The brain of Terrence Crawford is the same. Crawford also said that the result would be the same if he had to personally accept that kind of punishment. Crawford wouldn't be able to fight Canelo's strength.
Hey, I always say this. He took Golovkin's biggest hit, and he took Bivol' biggest hit. I don't think Crawford could knock him out.
I think Terrence Crawford can knock Canelo out if he catches him, because with Gennady Golovkin hit harder, but he was a lot slower. Yeah. So when Canelo seen the punches coming, he's able to embrace. I think if Terrence Crawford catches Canelo with a shot that he doesn't see coming, boom, then he could hurt him.
You think so?
Yeah.
It wasn't just a matter of skill. It was about how things move in the real world. How would your strength, toughness, and endurance help you fight someone who had been successful and unbeatable for years at super middleweight and higher? Crawford may have elite-level skills and intelligence, but it would be very risky for him to try to take on Canelo's natural bulk and proven hitting power. Brian McIntyre Bulak, the trainer who helped Terrence Crawford get to the top, made it clear that Canelo Alvarez's image as a knockout artist does not mean he will do well here. Bulak said that Canelo's power drops after rounds 5 and 6, especially when fighting someone who stays busy and keeps the pressure and movement going.
The bigger guy, right? But
he ain't the bigger guy.
That's what they say. They say he's wider, he's got more mass. How are you feeling about Bud going in there taking on Canelo's power?
Shit, I don't give a fuck about that power. Well, how you beat power?
Speed.
You said what?
Speed.
And what else?
IQ.
Timing.
Bulak saw strength, ring IQ, and the ability to change strategies once the fight started. Bulak thinks that Crawford's accuracy and timing will start to show when Canelo slows down and throws less. Though Max says that Crawford will be in charge and will decide how many rounds are needed to win the title by a big margin.
Why you're the coach and I'm not.
I mean, you make some good, you got some good answers, but that power ain't gonna be able to sustain throughout the fight. Watch. And he usually slows down between 6 and 7. You slow down, that's a fuck.
Croft was also critical of his past performances and didn't believe that the Mexican winner had seen better days. He thanked Alvarez and said that his one bad showing shouldn't take away from how great he was. Crawford was glad to see Canelo at his most focused because he knew that anything less would be a terrible mistake.
My fight, you know what I mean? A lot of people, they have their opinions. They have, what's going to happen in the fight, but they don't know what they're talking about. They just got to watch the fight, and then after the fight, then they make their comments, because a lot of people is just premeditated and just,
Then he spoke out loudly that he would not be swayed by prophesies or what most people thought. He promised to fight instead and let the truth come out. This storm is coming, Crawford said in a steady voice.
Fighter in the world, you better be taking it serious. That goes to show, how serious he's taking me and how much he respects me. Because, if I haven't fought anyone, if I was too small, if I was, all these things that all the media said I was, then he wouldn't need these guys to help prepare him to fight me. He wouldn't, need all the help that, he's getting. But I'm happy that he's getting the help that he needs, because, after September 13th, there will be no...
Crawford's side is confident, pointing to the fact that he has easily moved up to higher levels and can seemingly beat great opponents with sharp brilliance when he keeps his cool. A lot of people still remember Crawford's win over Errol Spence Jr., which he achieved by settling in and being completely cruel. It shows that he could handle tough situations. Anthony Durrell said nice things about Crawford and called him a true killer who keeps his opponents safe. He talked about how flexible Crawford was in every situation. He was amazed by Crawford, who is one of the best boxers of all time, but he was worried that Crawford wouldn't be able to stay focused during the fight for some reason. There is a past of Canelo being weak against your boxers, but he is also always close to being in danger.
I'm gonna ride with him, but I keep going back and forth, man. Terrence is such a dog, bro. Like he gonna come and bring the best out of whoever. He gonna make you stay on his P's and Q's. He adjusts to every fucking thing. Wow. He's just he a great fighter. Canelo can't deal with boxers. The thing is, can Terrence Crawford box 12 rounds and stay focused on what he...
Gerald then said that Crawford was focused and calm, which was important because Canelo was strong. He said Crawford sometimes tries too hard to show how tough he is and that it would be bad for him to do that against Alvarez. The old man says Crawford will win, but he can't do anything else besides fighting, which is good for Canelo.
Back and forth with, because he can beat him, but he just got to stay focused on what he needs to do, and that's box. Because Canelo, I ain't gonna say he can't, he just have a hard time dealing with it. So we gonna see, and can Bud, stand that power that Canelo, give him. But like I said, Bud get hit sometimes. Because he wanna prove to people that he a dog and he got this.
Wade Plemons was talking about how important the fight was and how heavy both of the opponents were. He told Canelo, focus on this fight because it has something extra to give.
About this one that makes it special. I don't know if it's the stakes on the line for Bud Crawford moving all the way up. I don't know if it's Canelo having this rejuvenation and this refocused mindset and attitude toward this fight to once again, even though he doesn't really need to prove that he's one of the greatest ever, once again taking that.
There is a deal with Netflix that breaks records linked to the event. It was important to Clemens that this fight was not just another title fight, but a turning point in the sport. He sees the fight as the beginning of a new era in boxing, one in which professional sports and mass media will meet with the end goal of giving the sport more power, attention, and respect.
The Ring magazine and Turkey Ellis Shake tried to breathe life into the sport of boxing, but this one just is so important, I think, on a massive scale for what boxing's new era is going to be and stepping into a new plane and becoming, a sport that is refocused, especially here in America, as one of the big sports that we want to watch. And I think it all really starts.
One of the talented American champions, Alicia Baumgardner, recently talked about what makes this fight unique and why it should happen. Canelo Alvarez's size was the first thing she thought Terrence Crawford had to deal with. But Alicia said Canelo has a lot of experience and a long career against many different styles, giving him an advantage in reading and adjusting to opponents.
I have to agree with the size. And I also have to note that experience is everything when it comes to boxing. And I feel like Canelo is a well-seasoned fighter. And he's been in the ring plenty of times with multiple great fighters. And we also see him with Bivol, who he lost to, which didn't really do anything bad to his career. He just took a challenge, which Terrence Crawford is doing. So I commend them.
Spencer Oliver let Canelo Alvarez know that this fight might be the hardest he has ever faced in his career. Oliver, on the other hand, told Terrence Crawford a different story. Crawford isn't just getting ready to fight. Right now is a beautiful time. Crawford is very likely to lose, but if he wins, it could change the history of a boxer. Oliver talked about it as one of the few times in history when a single win could make a person famous. A huge task that could either leave a lasting mark on Crawford's life or break his heart in the brightest of lights.
Bar none. We've got two of the best fighters in the world, and Terrence Crawford trying to do what no other's done before, a four division world champion, and jumping up from light middleweight now to super middle, trying to achieve the unachievable against Canelo Alvarez, who is pound for pound. Can he do it? I think he can. I think that this guy creates history. Terence Crawford is.
He then said that Terence Crawford was a genius. Oliver said that Crawford's skills are so highly developed that he could be one of the best welterweights ever. Alongside Marlon Starling and Sugar Ray Leonard, he could go with Crawford. But Oliver told everyone that being excellent isn't just something you say. It's something you show when you're criticized. There is a fire in Crawford in September, the final test, the night that will either make him a legend or leave him with questions that will never be answered.
Welterweight, his best weight really has been at welterweight. He lives with any welterweight in any division for me, and that's including all the greats. You're going back to your Roberto Durans, Sugar Ray Leonards, all those guys. I think that he is that good, and we find out in September.
This means that a fight is about to happen where greatness and reputation are at stake. Alvarez will be up against his toughest opponent yet, and Terence Crawford will be trying to become known as one of the best fighters of all time. There will definitely be an evening in September when skill, heart, and history all come together. What boxer will be the FAC?